What's happening, guys? So this is a solid video topic that I'm actually excited and pumped up to do because it's just nothing but truth, and it's going to be good, plain and simple. So I'm going to explain and give my opinion on why, and I already know for a fact a lot of you is going to agree because it's so on point. How can you not? There could be some other points as well, but the point I'm about to make, there's no question of a doubt, it's true. So I'm going to explain and break down why men today are less masculine than before in the world we used to live in compared to the world we now live in today. Because, like always, times have changed. Look at movies in 1980. Look at movies today. Night and day difference. Movies used to be black and white. Lots of color today. Lots of creativity today. That's my point. So the reason why men are the reason why men are less masculine today is simply because I really truly believe, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but I truly believe it is because of women and how they have changed and how they are able to make the amount of money they can make today. I really believe that plays a huge factor, because a while back women could not make that kind of money. Very, very few. It's not a rare thing. It used to be a rare thing for women to make big amounts of money. In 2022, it is not rare for women to make big amounts of money. I think it's something like 75-80% of women over men today are in college or something like that. There's a statistic, and I believe it's 75-80% women dominant in college. I also believe there's more entrepreneurs as men today more than ever, but there's also women entrepreneurs today. So I believe women today have it easier, so they feel they don't need a man. And I feel a lot of men, not all men, I feel a lot of men are being brainwashed. There's also a lot of awakened men. Salute to you guys for staying awakened to all this stuff. But there's a lot of men who get tricked. There's a lot of men who stoop down to a female's game. Whereas if you're a man, you cannot do that. You must not do that. It's a stupid move. It's never going to last. A relationship with a weaker man and a stronger woman is never going to last. It's not supposed to be this way. What does the Bible say? A man is supposed to protect and provide for a woman, not the other way around. So I feel, and there's no disrespect on any gender here at all. It's just the truth. And I honestly don't care. It is what it is. Life is what it is. There's no complaining. We could get nuked tomorrow. Okay, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. I can't change the entire world and everybody's perspective and tell women to stop making money. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. It's bad for some people, but I just don't care about it. I'm good. But there's a lot of men today struggling. There's a lot of men today that just kind of give up on their self. That just kind of stoop down to their level because they feel they have to. Women are more powerful today than ever. So it's forcing men to want a woman so bad that he will stoop down to her level, which is a bad move. It's a bad move. No disrespect on nobody, but it's a bad move. Do you guys not understand that? How is it a good move? Can you give me one good example in the comment section on how it's a good move? if a man stoops down to a woman's level, it's not a good move. You have to be the leader. She cannot be the alpha over you. It's not healthy. It's not supposed to be that way. It never was. And I don't even necessarily think it's a bad thing that a woman can make money. But money a lot of the time changes these women and makes them ultra competitive. I'm not saying every single one of them, because I know women that make a lot of money and they're still super feminine and just cool. Like, that's perfect. That is perfect. But a lot of the money that a lot of women make, it ends up changing them, and it ends up making them real masculine, and it ends up making them feel more powerful and dominant than not every man, but a lot of men out there today. Because they make a lot more than them. They feel more accomplished. They feel better. They feel more powerful. So it's messing up these types of men. It's making them kind of just stay down here. So there's a lot of things to be said about this topic in general. I feel things just used to be so different. I feel even at the time I was coming to the end of my high school days, women slowly started to change, and like, it wasn't terrible then. It wasn't terrible when I was in high school, but it slowly started to get kind of that way. Not all women, but a lot of these women out there today, they wanna let the amount of money kind of change them in a way where it's not good, and sometimes they don't even realize it's happening, but it happened. And the more women there are that are like that, the worse it's going to be for the world, for society, for everything, for men. And I feel the reason why men are not as masculine is simply because there's a lot of women like that are trying to override them. But even though a 12-year-old boy could manhandle a fully grown 20-some-year-old woman, but the fact that she makes a lot of money makes her alpha, not all, just the select that I'm talking about. And it makes these men just not, it's like they can't do anything. So they feel they want a woman so damn bad, they're willing to like go down like to their level. They're willing to have a toxic relationship. They're willing to kind of just like be a yes man to a woman. Be a pet to a woman. Like, brother, you cannot do that. It's not going to last. It's going to be very unhealthy. Because human nature is not supposed to be this way. There's a reason why males dominate females when it comes to physicality. And anybody who disagrees is just a little bit brain dead. Because men are 90% stronger than women. Men have testosterone, women have estrogen. Men's supposed to be masculine, women's supposed to be feminine. There's no in between. Any woman that wants to be masculine, like, it's just kind of embarrassing, because it's equivalent to a man wanting to be feminine, wanting to be weak, wanting to be submissive. It's the same exact thing. We have to hold both genders accountable to these actions. But a lot of people in the world is not willing to sit down and have this conversation, are they? Because some of these masculine women just love it. And if that's what you want, I guess, keep going that way. But you're probably going to get older, you're probably going to change, and it's probably going to be too damn late. Because you're going to want something at a certain point that you're probably not going to be able to get at that point. So there's a lot of things going on here. You know what I mean? It's very messy. The world is very messy today. And I don't know. It is what it is. That's why, as a man, if you're not making if you're not making money today, if you're not doing your thing, if you're not extra today, you're probably going to fall behind. You're probably not, it's just going to be very hard for you. That's why you have to become successful. If you become successful, and you don't got to be a millionaire, you don't have to be a multimillionaire, billionaire, but you got your stuff on point, you're going to have it easy. Because men that are at that level have it easy. And men that are not on that level are going to have it very hard. Women's going to give you a very hard time. So if you up your life, if you become successful, you're ambitious, you're strong, you're confident, you're masculine, you know what you want, you know what's going on, you're awakened, everything about you is on point. You're going to have women wanting to come to you, because not every woman in the world is masculine. There's still plenty of women out there who are on point. But just now more than ever, there's more masculine women than ever that are success hungry, success driven, want to lead, want to dominate. So that's why things are the way they are. And I'm trying very hard to not forget one point that I want to make in this video, so I'm thinking hard on this one, because I don't want to miss a point. Because there's going to be a comment in the comment section, and I might have forgot to say this, or I might have forgot to say that. It's just always like that. But you guys get it, man. Like it really is this way because of this. And there's always still submissive women in this world who are playing their role in society. And there's still always confident, alpha-driven fellas out there that are playing the role that is doing what they're supposed to be doing, so they're in a position that they can lead, provide, protect. You're strong. You're strong. You got money. Your physicality is on point. Your confidence on point. You got everything going for yourself. That is what every man has to get to. And it's a process. Some guys have it easier. Some guys was literally given a path that they could just do. They had rich parents, they had whatever, so they had it pretty easy. It doesn't matter what your circumstances are. You might have to work a little bit harder to get your stuff on point. And just know, if you get your shit on point, you're not going to struggle. Think everything else in life is going to become so much easier. Trust me. Everything in life, you're going to have women throwing themselves at you. You go out to the bar, you go to the club, you go get food, and some female she can just sense that you're successful. She can sense you dress well, you're on point. You walk in the room and you're the leader, like you're dominant, you're the leader. She knows it, she can sense it, she can see it. You're ordering your food, she's looking at you in the eyes, and her eyes light up. I've seen this many times. I've walked into many clubs, many bars, many places. I got women putting their hands on me, trying. I have women in groups who's looking at me, talking to each other, and one of them's calling me over saying, like, pointing to her friend, talk to her. And it's like, okay. It's things like this. So if you get all your shit on point, you're not going to struggle. It's going to take a lot of work. This is why there's so much other content creators today, other influencers today, preaching to men to really get your shit on point. You're doing it not for just one thing. You're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for your sanity. You're doing it because it's in your nature to do it. It's like, it's a demand today. It's a must. You must do it. It doesn't matter how much time it takes. You got to fly under the radar for a while, and you got to come out on top in the end. That is what you have to do to make your life on point, to get yourself to where you want to be. There's a big competition today between men and women. 'Cause men are going to be the ones that 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 are going to be the o Let's be honest. Because women are at a point where they can compete with a man financial wise. And she is not. There's a huge chance. There's always the exception. But there's a huge chance that a woman is not going to settle with a man who makes less. And I say it's an exception because I actually know. I have a good friend. He's a little bit younger than me. His mom makes $250,000 a year. His father makes $80,000 a year. So she makes almost 3 times, maybe 3 times more. Far over double. I think it is 3 times more. But it's far over double. And they are together, married, got a kid, stuff like that. They got the house, everything's going. And $80,000 is not a little amount of money. That's a great amount of money. But $250,000 a year, that's way above average for a woman. Way above. And they made it work. So there's always the exception. And the reason why I think a lot of men don't like women that make a lot of money as well, and I'll state this, is because not every single one of them, but a lot of them, they become like too over the top because of the money they make, which could be attractive in a man, but it is not attractive in a woman. The best thing you can do as a woman if you make a lot of money is to zip it shut. I hate to tell you that, but it's the truth. Is to zip it shut, stay cute, stay feminine, stay innocent, stay that way. And let a man, I don't care who you want as a man, I don't care who, but let him lead you, because that's how it's going to be the best for not only you, but for him, for your family, for your future family, for everybody involved. It's never going to be good if there's just this loudmouth woman and a quiet man in a household. I also know families like that, and they're the most argumentative, they're the most toxic. It's because a woman is leading. That's not her role. Look at the Bible once again. Men are supposed to protect and provide for a woman, not the other way around. So this is a new world we're living in. We must adjust. We must understand it. This is why a lot of men are less masculine than before. Because women are like overdoing a lot of men, which is making them less masculine, which is making them fly under the radar, which is putting women in the kind of the spotlight. And obviously it's not like this with every guy, with every girl, but the world has changed. There's more women on top more than ever, and there's more men flying under the radar more than ever. There's still more successful men in the world than women, I truly believe. But what's changed is how many successful women there are out there today. That's the only thing that's really changed. Women's ability to make a lot of money is the major turning point that has come. And I don't see a problem with women making money. It's how she becomes, it's the person she becomes with the money she's making. It's the issue. You can't be a loud, obnoxious female and expect to have a husband. Like, it's not going to work. You could even have an alpha dude that makes just as much, if not more, or even double than you. You could be a loudmouth female making a lot of money, but that relationship still won't work because you're still alpha. You're still loud. He's supposed to be this way, not you. I don't necessarily mean he should be loud and obnoxious and all this stuff, but if anybody's going to have this solider voice in the relationship, it's got to be the man, not the woman. That's how it has to be. The man has to have the louder voice in the relationship, not the woman. Period. I'm not saying a woman can't talk. I'm not saying women can't speak quite often and state their opinions and communicate, because that's what it's going to take. But if someone's going to be the leader, if someone's going to have the louder voice, it's got to be the man. So the fact that there's so many women trying to compete with men, because that's what they're doing, Not all of them, but a lot of them are. They're literally trying to compete with men. They're literally trying to prove a point, which is stupid because it's going against their nature. It's actually ruining them. It's not doing anything. It's not benefiting them. What's going to benefit a woman is going to be having a stronger man that's much stronger than her, that can provide more than her, that can protect her. Some women don't even want that, which is backwards. You should want that. But hey, there's more trauma in the world now than ever too. A lot of these women that are like that are very traumatized. Daddy issues. There's this, there's that, there's this. There's so many issues. So there's not one way of anything. There's so many things I could say right now and break down. There's just so many. I could be here for 2 hours. There's so many like different scenarios. I just think the world got to come together, which is not going to happen. But we can have these conversations here. There's going to be these kind of conversations on different channels, which is actually helping a lot of people, to be honest, which is good. But the whole world is never going to come together and have a conversation. It'll never happen. Ever. But I just think, all in all, men and women really got to sit their asses down themselves and have that conversation with themselves more than anything. And say, my life could be better. So maybe I have to get better. Maybe I have to fix some certain things about myself. Both men and women. You know what I mean? Men might have to work a little bit harder, get a little bit more ambitious, get a little bit more drive within them. Instead of being so laid back and instead of being so just like that. Like, you gotta go and get it, dog. I show up to the gym every damn day, damn near, with ill intentions in that gym. I ain't there to make friends. I go in there biting my damn teeth. Biting down my mouthpiece, bro. I go in there like an animal, like a dog. I walk in there just dogging around everyone. I'm strutting around like I own the place. And I don't care. I do not care. People want to stop me and have these conversations. I do not give a shit. I'll talk to a few fellows that I want to here and there. Other than that, not a lot of people. That's just how I am. I don't go to the gym because I want to make a friend, because I want to talk. I don't give a shit. I'm on my purpose, bro. Get out the way, because the train's coming through. There's got to be more men like this in the world. Maybe you got to go to a boxing club. Maybe you got to go to an MMA gym. Maybe you got to get a little bit tougher. Because women today are up in their bar. I believe men today, if they want to make it better, they got to do the same thing. I believe both sexes today, for the most part, are kind of in like a competition. But men always got to outdo the women. Because if they outdo you, there's going to be no success. Women are up in the bar today. Women are becoming more successful. Women are doing their thing. I ain't 100% against it. I'm against certain things that comes with that. I'm not against a woman making money. There are some guys out there that say they are against women making money because of who they are, because of the money they make, which I get that, which I'm the same way, but I'm not fully against women making money. I don't want some female that's just completely broke that I gotta pay for. That's a waste of my money. I'd rather be single. Like, you gotta make some money. I don't care if you're a millionaire. I don't care if you make 6 figures a year. But there's certain things you gotta get together. But as for a successful woman, super successful woman, it's 95 to 98% of the time, it's not going to make you more. It's not going to make you more attractive to a man. It's not. And I think a lot of women today are brainwashed into thinking that it's going to make them more attractive to a man. Hey, if I get my shit together, if I become more independent and I can lead my own way and I can storm through the gates and do whatever I want, make all this money, he's gonna find me hella more attractive. Nuh-uh. Not even close. Because most of the time, The money you make is going to turn you into exactly what I just explained. That is exactly what's not going to make you more attractive to a man. And believe it or not, you're going to want a man eventually. You're going to want a family eventually. Best believe you will. And if you don't, and you tell yourself that, and you really don't deep down inside, because everyone's different, go for it. Live with your cats, live with your dogs, live with your goldfish. But hey, there's going to be people that's happier than you, that's more fulfilled than you. You're going to lose that drive over time, and you're going to be sitting there when you're 45, 50, 60, and you're just going to be looking at walls. Where did all the good men go? Why don't he want me no more? Hey, you should have got him when you had the chance. There's a lot of females that messed up on me personally. You should have got me when you had the chance. Because your time is up. She's still young and her time's up to me. That's how crazy this is. Because I have high standards. You can't do what you did and think I'm going to want you, because I can do better now. You were worthy before. But guess what? You overdid it. You overdid it, pal. You're no longer worthy. And guess what? It'd be the same thing if I did something that was wrong in the relationship. I wouldn't expect you to take me back if I did something that made me unworthy. You were perfectly fine before. You were worthy. I could have wiped you up. It could have worked. And then again, everything happens for a reason, so no, it couldn't have worked. But I'm just saying, these are how things go. You can't do certain things and think, I'm going to do this and still have my way. Probably not. Probably not. You have to contribute in a positive, healthy way with people in life, or else you are doomed. You're doomed. You have to play your role. You can't be this person that every little thing has to go your way. You have to take other people's thoughts and standards into consideration as well. You have to also be what somebody else wants. Somebody has to be what you want. Somebody else has to be what you want as well. Both parties have to be what each other wants. There's standards for a reason. And it's very important to have standards. Otherwise, this world is going to be a mess. Could you imagine no standards? Could you imagine a 6'3", 6'4" dude that's rich, multimillionaire, packing? He's got all the girls, he's just doing whatever he wants. Could you imagine him settling with a 300-pound obese chick? No, there's standards for a reason. Of course there is. Do you think a highly successful dude that makes over 6 figures a year, that is tall, handsome, has got everything going, is gonna want to wife up some girl that he might have had before? But then she decided at that time she don't want him. She's going to go around to the streets and she's going to get tossed around. She's going to get a train ran on her. She's going to be a hoe for a while and then come back and think that he wants her more than anything? No. He's going to get something else because he can. You're not worthy no more because you did what you did. Your stock has gone down. This is a stock up. Here's your stock down. Because there's other worthy women whose stocks are like this. His stock is like this because he put in the time and the effort and the focus. He's going to get someone that's up here with him, not down here with the sharks. Makes sense, doesn't it? Yes, it does. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I said a lot. In fact, I said so much to the point where you guys probably forgot half the things I said near the first half of this video, so if you got to go back and watch it, you can do that. You can do that. Like this video. You better like this video. Come on. It deserves some respect, does it not? Yes, it does. Every video does. You should like every video no matter what. Support the channel. Support my energy. Support my efforts. And let's go to the next. On and upward we go.